Today's topic, we continue the topic of yoga transition. And today's topic is about yoga relationships. How to manage relationships. So we said yesterday, or the day before, I have no idea of time. Because everything just flows from one thing to another. And that's what we talk about, how life is all the time in transition. Life is a flow. And, we need to just follow the flow. In many different aspects. And one of the aspects is the aspect of relationships, human relationships. That means the idea of me and others. How do I manage relationships? There's one of the images that is very nice. I believe it might come from Swami Sivananda. That sometimes it's like we are like logs on the river. You know, the logs. Sometimes people transport wood logs on the river. And the logs were just somehow gathered together, travel a distance, a group of them, and then they split. Then one log will travel by itself, and then meet with other logs, like this, in the river. So the same for us. Sometimes we meet, we travel some time together, and then, whoops, ebbs and flows of the river, then we go somewhere else, and then, and that's how life goes. And how we're going to, accept these different changes in our relationships, in our life. So that is the question. The Narayani come from Ukraine, and years I did not communicate with her. I don't even remember. From time to time I send her a photo. Hello, that's it. Years. And all of a sudden I said, well, I'll be in California. You like to come? She said, yes. And then she booked a ticket, and then she got her visa, and then she showed up in person. And she's here for some time, enjoying the puja yesterday. So you never know, really. The most important idea that we talked about yesterday, I believe we talked in the workshop, not many people were there, but we talked about the idea of adapt, adjust, accommodate of Swami Sivananda. The idea that in the river of life and meeting different people that are very different, I did the class on Raja Yoga, and it says, but Patanjali says something very nice. He say, and conflict that arise from the interaction of the mind and the three qualities of nature. It's so nice because it's so complete. It describes our condition. Because the mind is all the time changing, and we have different minds. Yeah, no mind look alike. Yeah? And then the gunas keep playing. That means, our own mind is changing. When tamas and rajas and sattva, we try with yoga, meditation to, regulate it. We say now the new modern term is regulation of the mind, self-regulation. We try to do that, like driving a car. Constantly you have to adjust. Yeah. But sometimes it's out of regulation. Sometimes we are attacked by a wave of tamas, or we are attacked by a wave of rajas. And we are not attacked by sattva, but we slip into sattva, in between. Yeah. And then that happened also to somebody else. Yeah. Because of the weather, because of everything, when you are in the hot sun like now, then around, afternoon, after eating, then, you go into tamas, right? And at that time, if somebody come and ask you to do something, you get irritated. See? And then, and some other time, like springtime here, is very beautiful springtime here. I told somebody yesterday how everything is green and there's spring flowers and there's, all kinds of animals and beautiful flowers. I've been missing this springtime here. But then, yet, there is the spring fever. Because the spring fever. So then the ashram, live a very austere life here in some way. And then when the springtime comes, then everyone is feel like, they want to go do something, they want to meet somebody, they want to, so that's spring fever. It comes with the weather. Okay? So also the time of the day, right? Like now morning time is so quiet, it's so, the air is so good. And, you sit and meditate and chant together. And then, the evening, the tamas come take over. Now these days, evening I have to teach from 8 to 10. So I'm wake up at 10 o'clock after talking for 2 hours, and my mind is like a machine. I cannot go to bed. I cannot go to sleep. And then I had to do walk and do things before I go to bed. This is a little bit, I try to regulate my mind and my energy. But there is the day, energy. So sometimes we interact with others, wrong place, wrong time, wrong request. We don't understand what they come through, what they are experiencing. And then we flares up, or we put our foot down, and then we make a judgment about people. She always did this. He always react like this. They always, you see that we condemn people. We say that this is always. It's not always. It's this that time, that moment, or whatever it is that you might not understand. So we have a lot of difficulty in relationship like that because we hardly can understand ourselves, hardly can be aware of what's going on in our own mind and our own energy at that time. And then we interact with others because we have to live with others. Yeah. For it's not like we have to. Some people, they hide away from others, because they think that they have peace of mind. They make a judgment that it's not worth to live with anybody. But according to yoga, no. According to yoga, it's very healthy to live with each other. Because when you live with each other, then you have to, adapt, adjust, accommodate. Yeah. And when you adapt, adjust, accommodate, then you grow, you mature. There is, you expand, okay? You expand your consciousness because you have to continuously accept people and love people as your own self, yeah? And then that idea of yoga, which is we are one, there is no stranger, there is no others, there is only one. See, we can embrace it. We can realize it slowly. Yeah, because to accept others, to adapt, accommodate others, and to keep even-minded and keep loving others, you know, it's a lot of exercise that you have to make. Okay, so we become good at it, and when we become good at it, it's very good. Why? Because we practice this we call bhakti yoga, flexibility. So yesterday we talked about that, you know, strength and flexibility, how we need to develop flexibility, yeah, in our conduct, in our behavior in life, yeah, adapt, yeah, be very good at adaptation, and how at the same time we have to build up our strength, yeah. It's like in the beautiful yoga pose. If you see, sometimes I'm like fascinated so to see people that are very good at asana, they perform an asana, and you really understand the teaching looking at them, because there is a flexibility, yeah, there is ease, and there is strength. Because if you don't have strength, you collapse. Yeah, you cannot hold the posture because there's different forces at the same time pulling in a different direction. Yeah, so you have to have strength. That means in life, you have to have yourself. You have to somehow have self-confidence, and you have to tune in. The best is you be able to tune into your own true self, okay? Then infinite strength is there. Swami Sivananda said, if you be able to tune in your own true self, then in all conditions there is strength. But if you tune in only some aspect of yourself, then sometimes you are strong. And when conditions change, then you lose it, you see? So therefore, you need to put yourself through different tests, different conditions, and you see how you perform. You see if you keep your balanced state of mind, yeah, and you are not, blaming somebody or blaming or complaining, yeah, and then you are calm and you are happy, not just only calm. Yeah, you have to be joyful, tuning into the heart that is joyful. So that is the test. Okay, so strength and flexibility. You need to be able to, know what you do, tune into yourself, is very firm on your own path. Yeah, don't lose yourself because you know you are under influences of other people, yeah, either living with you or either in the internet nowadays. Yeah, people can enter your house through the internet and their thoughts, can pollute your own thought. Yeah, and then it's fine and good, but you have to understand that you might lose yourself in it. Okay, and it's not the path of yoga. The path of yoga, you have to be with yourself at all time. And then you have to work out the relationship with people because they are karmic relationships. And this is the topic. Yeah? How the people that come in contact with you are the manifestation of our own karma, yeah? Of our own mind, of our own thoughts that we have accumulated throughout time. That means from past. We did not just only one life. Yeah? We have met many people from past. And when we have reacted to them and we have made many conclusions and many decisions, yeah, that might be wrong, based on the experience, the painful experience that you might have encountered, and then you make a decision, you make a judgment and you make a decision. I am not going to, I am this, I'm not. So then you create your mental patterns in your mind. That is a very long time, very deep, and it's imprisoned you. Yeah. And then you need to get out. That means that you would have to encounter people that manifested in your life, exactly the way how um, you did not want to, so that you can work out your own samskaras, your own impressions. Yeah. So then you have a chance, an opportunity to revisit your own way of reaction, your own way of thinking about your own self manifested as people around you. So this is a very deep and nice theory, of yoga, that everybody is your own self. Yeah. And then if you have some problem with somebody, it's because you have the problem of yourself. Yeah. Because you have the problem of yourself and it manifested in that particular circumstances with somebody, in order for you to be able to see it and correct your own thinking about your own self. There's only but the self. There's only but the self. And then our ego idea, our attachment to, yesterday again, the Raja Yoga is very nice. Our attachment or association with our own, technical term, antakarana. Antakarana means our own mind, our own subconscious mind, our own intellect, and our own ego, and our own anaschita, buddhi, and our own intelligence. Okay, so the association of the Atman or yourself with your own instrument, yeah. So you associate yourself with your own antakarana, your own mindset, and you believe this is me. So this is called egoism. Okay, so that's therefore when you're going to meet with other people, yeah, and then your mind would just turn up, right? Because you take the information in your subconscious mind. I've been there. I met these kind of people before. I have reacted like this. It works. Before I use the tool called the hammer, and it get me out of situation. That means the hammer, how it works. When you have some difficulty, you just use a hammer and you jam it. That means, you will just be very rude, for example, and then people will just scared of you and they run away. So you solve your problem. Okay, you might develop that habit of, using the hammer. Okay, or you might use the habit of running away. Okay, of escaping, of avoidance. Okay, so it works. It works sometime, but it just keep coming back the same or a little bit different, for you. And then you will see that eventually your tool doesn't work. Okay, that tool of avoidance will not work because it's always the same thing come and bothering you, and the same reaction. So you have to develop more tools. You have to be more sophisticated in your way of reaction, and you have to unearth or uproot, the tendency to identify with a certain habit of the mind. Okay, so that is called that beautiful analogy of association between the Atman or your own self with your antakarana, with your mechanism, with your mind. Yeah. So in other words, Patanjali say also the association of the seer, that means you, and the instrument of seeing. You just lost yourself in the body and mind, believing that it is you. That's a drama. That's a drama, but very big drama that's going on all the time. Yeah. And he said that the cause of suffering is that, that egoism. Yeah. And that likes and dislikes, and that raga vesha, Ragavesha means the tendency of the mind to swing this way, yeah, liking, attraction, and swing the other way, repulsion, yeah, avoidance. So if you are subject to that, egoism, believing what you feel and think is yourself, and then swinging this way, affirming yourself, affirming what you like, and swinging the other way, affirming what you don't like, affirming what you rather not having in your life and learning from it, yeah, then you perpetuate your suffering. That's a beautiful teaching. You perpetuate the root cause of your suffering. So therefore, yoga comes with different kind of teaching. It says to you, don't follow your tendency. If you like something, don't like it too much. If you dislike something, don't dislike it too much. Yeah, make the extreme slowly come together. Because if the extreme come together and you're still happy, that means you become stronger. You understand the principles? Before, when your swing of the mind swing to this end, you get what you like, then you are happy. And then when it swing back, because that's the way how it works, it swing to this extreme, you have to swing back the other side. So when it swing back, you meet with something you don't like and you are unhappy. Therefore, your happiness is conditioned. Your happiness is conditioned by an external factor. Okay? Because you cannot control things that will come in your life, or even the things that come in your life, you want to hold on to it to perpetuate your happiness, but it doesn't work. It never really works because things are changing. Now, let's say you like these circumstances or this person, and it's just so perfect, yeah, but it doesn't last, yeah, because it will change, and then you will suffer. Yeah? So you would have to be wise. Yeah, wise means you have to understand the way how it works. Yeah, understand the way how your emotion work, how your mind work, and you have to consciously try to manage this condition of your mind in order for you to have a peaceful life that is more stable for a long time. Peaceful or happiness that is stable for a long time. Because when you swing, yeah, then the mind go up and down, roller coaster, and you are happy in certain condition and you're unhappy in another condition. But if you can manage your mind, yeah, so we call in yoga equanimity. If you can bring back the extreme, yeah, and then you can don't identify yourself with it, but be much more non-attached or detached toward your own way of thinking, yeah, learn, practice 1,000 times, yeah, to look away so you don't react, yeah, to forgive so you don't condemn, yeah, to keep loving when you feel hatred and judgment, yeah, and think in your mind that okay, it doesn't really matter, really, in the big picture it doesn't really matter, so it's okay, so that you can keep your mind steady and even. And then at that time, when your mind become calm, and that's the whole theory of yoga, when your mind become calm and it's not agitated by thoughts, yeah, by likes and dislikes, it become calm, then you can perceive your own true nature. I mean, you will perceive that beautiful self, or that joy, yeah, or that happiness that is derived from within. So that is the idea, that we would be stably happy if we are able to manage this mind. Okay? Otherwise, it will be hit and miss. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're unhappy. Yeah, up and down, hit and miss. Yeah, and you know, it tortures you. It tortures you. It's not like you can accept this condition, you know, but it tortures you because when you are in that unhappiness because you are disliking somebody or disliking something and it worked up, you are worked up, okay? You are being tortured by your own mind. Yeah, it's a terrible condition. They call it affliction. Affliction is a misery. Yeah. So Patanjali said the misery that are yet to be manifested is to be avoided. Yeah. So that means if you have this tendency of the mind to function like this, you will suffer. It will come. It's not somebody's fault. Yeah. Your own mind, yeah, your own Atman will make sure that you wake up from that. Yeah. So then you'll be miserable. But if you understand that condition of the mind and you work on it, and yoga and meditation and positive thinking tools, and bhakti yoga has many, many ways, many ways. You just have to learn, yeah, to work on your mind, to massage your mind. Don't let it to be too strong. Don't let it be too soft. Okay, be able to. There's an image that I like very much. It stick to my mind. Yeah, be strong like steel and be flexible like a blade of grass. And that's what you want. And you have to keep practicing until you be able to do that. Okay, strong. You can be extremely strong, and yet extremely open, extremely tolerant, extremely flexible, extremely loving. You have to do that. Yeah. So to be able to function in life, you already manage and learn many things, many ways how to manage with people, but you need to be better. And you need to see your weakness. Okay. So some people will be flexible all the time. Whatever condition, they give in. Yeah. They not be able to speak their own mind. They're not able to speak their own mind without emotions. Yeah. Calmly just discuss, so that the other person also help the other person to see your own point of view, and then just discuss. Yeah, there's no harm in communication. Yeah, but you will not be able to do that because you are too sensitive. You are afraid, to be hurt, or you have that prejudice about about people that they are stupid, they would not understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so then you condemn them before you open your mouth. You see, so that is all these habits that we have that um, we need to tune, and we need to become better. Okay, better and better every day. You become better. And the best way how to do it is to do sadhana, is to meditate. Because when you meditate, what happens is that you erase to some level these samskaras or this habit or these impressions in your mind. Now you become a new person. Yeah, it's like fresh. You refresh, you start everything fresh, and then all your judgment, your idea, your tendency just kind of, evaporate and disappear. And then you will be surprised to see in that state of meditative mind how you react. You say, wow, I meet with a new person. I would be so upset with this situation, and yet I don't see that I'm upset at all. And actually, everything is fine. So then you learn a new way. But then, if you don't pay attention, and then your energy fall down, yeah, it's like it's like you fall down from a posture, you know, because of this and that. You don't pay attention. Your prana go down. I mean, your energy go down. Your sense of your balance, your sense of balance of yourself, okay, that was very good before, you know, you are able to maintain equanimity, balance, and poise, all of a sudden dropped, yeah, and then you feel yourself functioning in your lowest level with all the other tendencies that were already buried in your mind coming back up and attack you, yeah, and then you fall. Yeah, then you start to condemn people, you start to fall into the bout of self-pity, you know, nobody understands who I am, and then I'm always like that, and then how terrible the world is, so negative and bad, and, you know, and then you fall into that whole habit, yeah, of before, of condemning or avoiding or hiding or running towards something that you think will be better, escaping also in that way, running towards something that you think is better. No, yoga said you don't run anywhere, you don't go anywhere, there will be no other place that is better. Now is better. The condition that you find yourself in is an ideal condition. Yeah, face it, whatever you have to face it, be strong, be calm. If you don't know how to do it, practice more yoga. Go back to yoga is the best way. Yoga, asana, pranayama. Pranayama is very, very important practice that would directly influence your emotions and your prana, balance yourself back immediately, and practice also bhakti yoga, japa yoga, which is the repetition of mantra, yeah, with love and devotion. Okay, so that would just put you back in your high stand of being a balanced, you know, awake, aware, and poised person. This is what you want. Okay, because when you are awake, aware, and poised in all conditions, you don't run away, but then you just welcome everything with equanimity. Then at that time you are a strong person, and then you go through life, yeah, and you know you're not afraid, yeah, of anything or anybody. That's the goal of yoga. You attain to union. Union is that, yeah. Union means you no longer function out of your outer mind or out of your habitual mind, but you are functioning with your own self, constantly connecting with yourself, yeah, and become very stable and become, we say, you know, the lighthouse for people. Okay, so then you can help, you can radiate that light around you. So that is the a few things to talk about. You know, why we need to adapt, adjust, accommodate. Yeah, why in the even extreme situation we have to bear insult, bear injury. I mean, even when people insult you or you know, create injury to you, yeah, and you feel hurt, and you have to bear it. Why? Because of the same thing. Because you are basically paying your karmic debt. Or I don't really like the word, I'm sorry, of paying karmic debt. It's I use it, but it's not really very good. Yeah, because it feels negative. You're not paying karmic debt. You are learning new lessons. That's all. Okay, that is there for you to learn. You need to learn it, so you are learning it. Okay, even in an extreme situation of feeling being insulted and being injured, yeah, you have to be calm. Mm. You have to be calm, not losing yourself. You have to maybe, try to go into your knowledge of what means forgiveness in order for you to be able to handle the situation. You know, you have to forgive, or you have to, change perspective completely. You know, not being in this situation that seems to be very wrong, but you have to detach. You have to step back and you have to see the big picture. Okay, let's say you have a problem with somebody now, but when you look around, my God, thousands of people are running away without home because of fire, because of flood, because of COVID. You look at your little problem, somebody says something not nice to you, and then you build up a whole big something, a wasting of your energy. When the thousands of people, I mean, thousands, maybe millions of people are terribly suffering, and then you don't see that. So change perspective. Okay, don't think that you are so important and so big. Yeah, your ego makes you feel like that. Your ego means, again, please remember this definition. It's so nice. Yeah, association of your Atman with your Antakarana, with your mind. Okay, so that is a problem. So detach means step back. Yeah, it's not about me here. Yeah, my reaction, my thinking, my feeling, it's not important. I am the immortal self. Yeah, I'm going to detach. I don't want to continue this association, that imprison me. I want to get out. Yeah, so detach is the key. Okay, man, this is a different tools. Okay, Jnana Yoga give you this, this perspective. You'll be able to change perspective anytime. This is not real. Worst to worst, you say, no, this is just Maya. I mean, it's just a movie. It's not real. So step out and step back. Okay. Or Bhakti Yoga, you say, God's will. Yeah. I don't know. It's not my will at all, but it's God's will, and I don't understand. I don't control everything. Yeah, God must know what she is doing, and I'm going to accept since that you are at peace. So you can practice Jnana Yoga, you can practice Bhakti Yoga, you practice Raja Yoga, like I said earlier, Hatha Yoga, and you can balance your energy, you concentrate your mind, instead of letting your mind drop down because something happened. You just go and pick whatever that you like, whatever that your mind like, and focus on it. You keep focusing on it, and then all the thought will disappear. Your mind increase wavelength, go into a state of one-pointed state of mind, and then that mind becomes strong, healthy. Your muscle become healthy. Then you get back to that same situation. You will not react the same way. Okay, you react the same way only when your mind is weak. Okay, so make sure that you are concentrated on something that is neutral, something that is inspiring, something that is sacred. Yeah, and then let go of the distraction. You can say that, it's just a distraction. Okay, if I spend time condemning people, it's a distraction. I need to focus on myself. So instead of spending time looking at somebody's fault, okay, and condemning them. So that is Raja Yoga. Okay, positive thinking means working on yourself, replacing the negative thought that you see, with contemplating on the opposite thought. Let's say you have hatred feeling, and you replace it. Oh, Patanjali say, I just replace with the opposite. And you say, love, love, love. Oh, forget it. I cannot love, and this person is not lovable, it's not possible. It's not that. It's not just like replace one word with another. Yeah, you have to contemplate on the virtue of love. You have to contemplate, thinking about the virtue of compassion, of being soft, of being accommodating, of living in harmony, of non-violent communication. Of, you have to think about it a lot. Yeah, that's what it means. That's what Patanjali means. Yeah, replacing with the opposite. Yeah, what that means, you have to understand what the thought that is there, where it comes from. Yeah, you can find out, you know, the ego trait that makes it aggravating, and then you have to contemplate, thinking about the other virtues, yeah, that might work to counteract this thought. So then that's called Raja Yoga. Hatha Yoga, you use your body, you involve your body and your prana. Yeah, so you can change the prana, because prana is like electricity. If you change the flow of prana, or you cut the prana from, or you diminish the prana from somewhere else, yeah, then it will not flow there. Yeah? Let's say you have too much prana in your left brain, too much, too logical. But life is not like this. Life is not just all logic. Yeah. So then you have to cut the prana there, have less prana there, switch it to the opposite side. Yeah, that's called pranayama, balancing the prana. It switch to the other side, and then you have more feeling that comes. You know, okay, acceptance come. It's okay. It's all right. You know, I love it anyway. I love you anyway. You see, so it's not just one side of the brain. So that's called hatha yoga. Is that practice of balance of the energy that will balance your mind. And karma yoga. Karma yoga is the idea of serving other people as your own self. It's not about me, it's not my time. Nothing belongs to you. It's not my time, it's not mine. And usually that's what it is. I do things only to serve myself. Okay? So karma yoga teaching is, you know, it's not about me. Yeah? I serve for something bigger than myself that will have stronger repercussion in the world, that will be helping a larger number of people. Okay? And that's my life is about. You know, I offer this energy. I become the instrument of the higher will in order to uplift this world. And it's not about for me to gain anything, because if I gain something, what do I gain? I gain wealth. What you will do with money? If you have too much money, you're going to waste money, and you're going to, you know. I heard somebody told me today in an email that some people go to a yoga retreat and they pay $1,300 per night, a luxury retreat. And people are ready to pay that to go to a retreat. And the person complained, you know, how the speaker is preaching things that are completely, she considered to be wrong. Yeah, according to yoga, you know, how, you know, life is suffering and you have to be, have self-compassion in the sense that you have to indulge. Anyway, so when you have a lot of money, what do you do? Okay, so that's not really serving yourself or serving anybody. Yeah, or when you have a lot of time, what do you do with your time? Yeah, what do you do with your time? Yeah, we waste our time a lot. Yeah, we just waste our time. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help other people. Yeah, but if every moment of your time is helping something bigger than yourself and helping to uplift, you know, other people as you want to uplift yourself, that is much better formula for happiness. That's called karma yoga. Serve other people as you serve yourself, and let go of all the idea about yourself. Okay, so called giving up result offering result. That's what it means. Let go of all idea of what you gain or what you lose from your action. Feel that you are the instrument, and then you are serving other people as your own self, or as you serve God. So that is the 4 tools of yoga: Karma yoga, Bhakti yoga, Raja yoga, Hatha yoga, and Jnana yoga, in order for you to handle these relationships, these karmic relationships. That means this lesson that you need to learn about yourself. Okay? Karmic relationship, people use this wrongly also. When they say karmic relationship, and they go and they point out to their husband or wife or mother or child and say, you are my karma. I'm paying that to you. So this is Swami say, this is karmic relationship. You are my debt. Yeah, you are in my life and you are my debt. So I'm going to live with you because I have to pay my debt. It's not like that. Okay? It's you and you and you. Yeah, don't blame anybody else. A karmic relationship is that. Please understand it correctly. Karmic relationship means you understand that it is you that is 100% responsible and involved in this situation, in this relationship. There's nobody out there to blame. Yeah, there is nothing to be complaining about, but there is something that you need to do to uplift yourself and make your mind a little bit less angular. Swami Sivananda words, angularity of the mind. That means too strong, yeah, too sharp, yeah, too sharp. So you need to just round the corner, make everything a little bit smooth. You know, it's okay, it's okay. You know, the person that is sattvic look like a person that has no opinion, yeah, or they have no kind of strength. But it's not that, yeah. It's the inner strength. They know their inner strength. They watch with detachment everything else, yeah, and they just go with whatever it is without losing their balance. That is absolute strength. Yeah, it's not just look at me, I am like this. You know how powerful I am, how intelligent I am, how experienced I am. This is not strength, because it will pull your feet another time. That same strength will make you fall. Yeah. So it is said that strength is actually more dangerous than weakness. Weakness makes you fall all the time. Fine and good. Yeah. But when you fall from weakness, you would slowly build up your strength, because you know that I'm not that strong. Yeah, so you are very careful, and then you gain a little bit and you are very happy, you know. But when you are strong, you are absolutely not careful. Yeah, you just lose yourself, you lose your vigilance, you lose the big picture, and that's when you fall. That's when you go completely crazy when something happens, yeah, because you don't take it. Okay, so balance out strength and weakness, be very careful, and the carpet tool is to just keep doing sadhana every day. Yeah, in the good day, in the bad day, keep doing sadhana every day. So it gives you that poise, it gives you that countenance in whatever condition, and you would not going to lose yourself. Okay, manage your mind, manage your relationship, manage your schedule. Okay, don't go too much intense, even though you can, but don't do that. And at the same time, manage also your tamas, your laziness. Okay, Hare Om Tat Sat. Thank you.